Santa. Welcome, good evening to this space that opened up about change. So the topic for tonight is, can it be easy to change? Not that most of us are interested in having ease, but at least you guys here are interested in having ease. So I wonder, what can we create with that? Tonight we are like having an international call, and I'm so happy of that because the more countries are here, the more energy there is to play. And each and every country has different points of view and different experiences. With ease, and actually with everything, even with awareness, with energy. So the more the merrier, how they say. More people the merrier it is. So for those who don't know me, my name is Bianca Luana Chirnoaga. I'm a certified facilitator, and I fucking adore these tools. I've been playing with them for a lot of years now, and basically is the only thing that has lasted for more than 10 years in my life, and I don't get enough of them. That because, quote unquote, because there is always more to explore, there is always more ease to have, there is always more fun to have. And actually with these tools, I have access to that. I allow myself to be in the moment and enjoy my life with so much more ease. So for those who don't know Access Consciousness, we'll be using a sentence, a clearing statement, which is right and wrong, good and bad, fall and pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. It doesn't have to, you don't have to understand it, just be with it. And you can get more knowledge about it if your mind requires it on www.theclearingstatement.com. So my question for you, just to start, is what brought you here? And what can be possible with change and ease that has never been available before? And you can all text or just be present with the energy. The beautiful thing about energy is that it gets where it has to get. So first of all, I'd like for you to put down your barriers. So what I mean by barrier is thoughts, feelings, emotions, points of view, judgments, projections, expectations, judgments, separations, and rejections. Basically, whatever creates separation between you and everything else. So you can even ask them. You don't have to know how or what's the method. Just ask, and you shall receive. So ask for your barriers to go down, 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 until the center of the earth. And now, a beautiful thing about I got to explore, thanks to Access, is that you are infinite. So let's expand this space, and we'll talk about it more in the call. Okay, so let's expand your beautiful energy and your beautiful being beyond your physical body. And evil is yawning as well already. Change. And beyond your body, beyond the room you're in, beyond the house, city, village, whatever, country, continent, planet. Wow. Our galaxy, the universe, and actually the universes. Yesterday, Simone Milasas was talking about, the universe and beyond, even the universes we already, we don't know already. And Gary, which is the founder of Access Consciousness, said, what makes you think that we haven't explored them yet? So actually, when we say universe, we say all the universes together, okay? And when that was said, I was like, whoa, how big can we be that we've never even imagined? What infinite can we be that is beyond the infinite we concluded that is? Okay? So all the points of view, all the definitions, and all the conclusions and computations you have about being infinite and what infinite is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and vocal, nice, shorts, boys and beyond. All the projections, expectations, judgments, separations, or rejections you have about being infinite and what infinite is, that don't allow you to be the infiniteness you truly be, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and vocal, nice, shorts, boys and beyond. So why am I speaking about space and being infinite in this call? We have to talk about space. We have to talk about change and having ease with change. Well, actually, there is a secret. Secret. How much the things are not functioning the way they could just because you're functioning from a very small place. Okay? So, have you ever tried to put an ocean in a small glass? What happens when you put the ocean in a small glass where there was supposed just to be a glass of water? You are trying to fit all the ocean in a glass of water. Okay? So everyone, you try to do that with your body, using your body as the container for all your infiniteness, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right or wrong, good or bad, fun and vocal, nice, shorts, boys and beyond. Wow. And where have you defined yourself as a body when in actuality you're not just your body? And everywhere you've done that and been that, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and vocal, nice, shorts, boys and beyond. So perceive that the space that gets created with, if you were embracing and embodying the true space you be and the infiniteness you truly be, how much more ease, how much more joy, and how much more glory would you have with everything? And be with the space for a second, okay? So if you would be to embrace and embody the true space, the space and the embodiment of space you truly be, how much more space, how much more ease, joy, and glory would you have? So perceive it, and everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that in totality, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and vocal, nice, shorts, boys and beyond. So if with these questions you don't get an answer, or you don't get a thought, or you don't get an image, way better, okay? So these questions are not for you to get it, are for you to perceive it and be it. When you be something, you don't feel it. When you be something, you don't think into it. When you're being something, there's not thought involved. Okay, so the way to access the space to truly be is asking open questions. Okay, so how much space would you have to be to have total ease with everything? And if you have questions that coming with this, and until now, please join the conversation. Because I can go in different directions, guys. Okay? So even I haven't looked at the chat, but you're silent for now. So how does it get any better?
Bianca, if you want, here in the Italian chat, we have not a question, but Wanda say something. Mm-hmm. She said that in this day, in her life, lots of anger comes up. And everyone is so oh, I don't know how can I say it in English, but I think that my expression give you the idea.
Totally. Yeah. Awesome. I adore this energy. So thank you for that. Well, we just ended Pod and Talk. We just opened the doors, but still, we ended a journey of 10 days with opening the doors to the future. And a whole lot of different things show up for all of us involved. And I'm so grateful for that because change doesn't always come with pink and fairies and fluffiness and well, what would it take? What would it take for it to show up like this? But like when we open the doors, when we open space, when we acknowledge our potency, a lot of things show up. Okay, so let's say, like, what have you misidentified and misapplied anger as? And where have you defined that is anger, which is not? So everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and folk, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what have you misidentified and misapplied potency as? And everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and folk, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So a lot of times, anger is just potency. Okay. So how much more potency have you acknowledged you're having that in order to control it, you're making it anger? A lot, a little, a lot, or megatons. And there, doesn't allow you to perceive, not being receive that, and being total clear with it. Would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and folk, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what can you acknowledge about that? That if you acknowledge it, would give you much more clarity, ease, and awareness about that. And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that in totality, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and folk, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. So a thing that we talked about a lot in the journey was that we ask for more awareness, okay? Like if you are using the tools of access, it's probably because you want to be more aware or just to be more conscious. And when you're getting more conscious, you're aware of everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the most beautiful thing, the exuberation of life, of everything. Okay? So when you get to perceive something and you want to perceive more things show up. So what do you do with it? You feel overwhelmed? You feel trapped? Or what? What else is possible with that? Okay? We ask for awareness to perceive more. We ask for awareness to know more, to be more, and to receive more. So ask and you shall receive. So something that showed up and about that, wow, you don't have to do something with everything you're perceiving. Just because you perceive something, it doesn't mean anything. It just is. So imagine you are walking down the street, and across the road you see a person who's walking. La, 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 la. Okay. Clear? The image? Yeah. Do you do something about that person? Do you have to interact with that person? Do you have to say hello to that person? Or you can just cross by the person and let him go where he wants to go. What if that could be with all the energy you perceive? And this comes along with allowance. And you can also ask, with the things that show up, the intensity, the potency, that energy, okay? Wow. How can I relax more into it? So if I was relaxing and enjoying this intensity, how much fun would I have? How much ease would I have? Okay. And it's something that we're not that used to do or to be, because when we feel this anger, when we perceive it like this intensity, we have to judge it as wrong. That's what we do. Okay. What if it's just an energy? And what if the energy you perceive, you can use them to your advantage?
And so we judge also our awareness as wrong.
Exactly. So what does that create? Yay! Yeah. And the thing that you judge wrong, you have to separate from it. And if you separate from it, you don't have power anymore to it. Okay? You give your power away. Okay? So in order to separate from something, you have to judge it. And in order to judge something, you have to separate from it. Okay? So what have you what judgments are you using to separate from everything and everyone? Are you choosing? And everything that is will you destroy and uncreate it all. Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and poco, nice, short, place and beyond. Actually, how many judgments are you using to create the separation from everyone, everything? Are you choosing? And that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and poco, nice, short, place and beyond. So what if you could ask just a question? Okay, what can I be aware of here? How can I use it to my advantage? If I wasn't judging it, and if I wasn't in resistance of it, what else would I be perceiving here? And how much more ease, clarity, and awareness would I have here? And everything that doesn't allow us to perceive, know, be, and receive that in totality, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and poke, all nine shorts, place and beyond. So I hope this helps, Vanda. You're not the only one having that, and I was aware of that also. We're into it together, and which is amazing. Why am I happy about that? Because of your anger, not because I want you to suffer. It's because, like, wow, how much more potency are you having that you're not truly acknowledging yet? That if you would acknowledge it, would give you so much ease, clarity, and awareness about it. And everything that doesn't allow you that, right or wrong, good and bad, fun and poke, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. So actually, the image about that, and I will go further with the conversation about change, is like, so let's say you have 10 chihuahuas in a small box, okay? Which is trying to fit yourself in the body. 10 chihuahuas in a box, what do? They bite and they scream and they're angry and like all day long. And it hurts and you're depressed and you're like, whatever. So what can you do with these 10 chihuahuas? You kill them? No, not the best thing. You know, they're cute. You could always add more space for them to play. Okay, so if you have a big box for your chihuahuas, they would roam freely in the box and they would be so happy. Okay, so imagine what if that box wasn't even not even a box, was just space. Then how much more space would you have to perceive, to play, to enjoy, to be aware, to create? Woo! I wonder. And yesterday it was a reminder. I'm in a class right now, and so Simone said, true change comes from allowance. Okay, so the gift in these access tools is that they don't force you to change. They don't even want you to change. Like this is not the target with access tools. Okay, it's for you to be empowered to choose whatever you like to choose, whether it's change or not change, or sufferance or glory or pain. You can, like, the thing is for you to get aware of what you're choosing. And it doesn't have a point of view of what you're choosing. That is the weird thing. Like, normally we would be judged like, oh my gosh, you're choosing pain, you suck. Like, you're choosing sufferance? Like, are you crazy to choose sufferance? You're such a bad person. And everything that is, and everyone will be judged for that and not free to choose whatever you like to choose, because you, in the first person, you didn't allow yourself to choose pain, sufferance, and glory. Would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So wherever you perceive pressure, even from yourself, to choose just something beautiful, just something empowering, just something orgasmic, just something exciting, would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Would you allow yourself the freedom to choose even the most disgusting thing in the universe? Even the worst thing in the universe, would you allow yourself the freedom to choose even that? And everywhere you've cut out all the sufferance, the pain, the worst things in the universe, that you think are the worst thing in the universe, wherever you cut off that, would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So what if your resistance to that worst parts are in actuality the things that trigger them into your universe? The thing you give your energy to, even if it's alignment, agreement, judgment, rejection, or resistance, that thing persists in your universe dynamically. How does it get any better? So what are you resisting that if you would not resist anymore would give you so much ease, clarity, and awareness about that? Okay? So everything that is, would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and young. Remember, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. So if consciousness judges nothing, why should you? Okay. So what if even the yucky stuff is just energy, and you can even use it to your advantage? Okay. What if the things you dislike most are just the things you've judged as dislikable? And if you judge something, you cannot use it. You can just be stuck with it. The things you judge, you're stuck with them. And they cannot even transform themselves. They cannot even go away. They're with you. Hi. Hello, I'm the most disgustable thing in the universe, and I'm present with you every day. And I love you. And everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and folk, all nice, its voice and beyond. So everywhere you're resisting that and judging that and avoiding that as hell, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and folk, all nice, its voice and beyond. And what else? And yeah, what if you could be okay with everything? You could be in allowance of you even. Like, isn't that crazy? If you would be in allowance of you even when you're angry, when you're sad, depressed, whatever, terrible, useless, and so on. And what if by you being allowance of that and enjoying that and relaxing into that could allow it to change? Change is just choice. Okay, so as soon as you choose something, it changes. That's easy. So, and there is another thing that opens up with that. What lies and inventions are you telling you yourself about wanting to change? And whatever that means. Everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun, all night, shorts, boys and beyond. So right now, question, what would you like to change? And you can even reply, unmute yourself. Let's go with it. I will use it as a guinea pig, but a cute one, and I'll cuddle you. What would you
Picking
like?
pains
Yeah.
from other people.
What? Sorry?
Picking pains from other people.
Yay! Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what does that give to you that you're not willing to let go? If picking pain, someone else's pain, wasn't wrong, and you weren't resisting it, what would you be aware of here?
First that came up is possibilities.
Okay. Okay. What else? So, what is the possibility in that? And everywhere you're not allowing yourself to have total clarity and ease with that, would you please
Yes.
create it all?
Yes, thank you.
You're right or wrong, good and bad, fun and folk, nice, good place and beyond. The thing is, like, if there is something that annoys us, that creates sufferance in us, we put up a barrier to that. But what does that do? It cuts off our awareness about that.
Yes.
The thing doesn't disappear, it's just you're not even perceiving it anymore. And like, you cannot change what you're not perceiving because
Yes, thank you.
you're perceiving about that. So that's why
Yes, because it wants to come, and when it wants to come, I can sense it, and I literally push it away.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So if you weren't resisting that, like if it's a capacity, okay, the one you're having, like it's your capacity, even if you think it's your wrongness, okay. So if you were not resisting it at all, and if you were enjoying it, even if it's at the moment it's a pain, okay, in the ass, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, if you would be enjoying it and not resisting it anymore, what could you be aware of? And what could you acknowledge? And
That I always have choice.
no, you cannot have choice all the time. Yeah. So
Thank you.
what would happen if you would have always choice?
So I could choose with what to play and what not to play.
Okay. So what are you resisting about that?
Too much ease.
Okay. So what couldn't you do anymore if you had too much ease?
Play the drama.
Okay. Oh, and flash news. You can even have drama if you have ease. You can choose it.
Yes, thank you. Awesome.
Okay. So everywhere you're creating issues, difficulties, resistance in order for you to keep your moments of glory in drama and trauma, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Thank you. So you can have to suffer it because you cannot even you cannot choose sometimes to suffer just for the joy of it. You have to suffer it properly. Okay. So everywhere you've taken out the choice in that, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So if you would be free even to choose drama and trauma for whatever seconds, minutes, days, how much ease would it be for you to choose to have choice all the time? What if pain wasn't wrong? What if drama wasn't wrong? What if trauma wasn't wrong? And you can pick and choose whatever is fun for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you can have freedom of it, like, oh, I choose to be angry. I choose to cry. I choose to be, I choose whatever. Be aware it's a choice. And you're not the effect of it. You're not the effect of your capacity. You're choosing it this way. Now, you can choose to have fun with it. Hell yes. So if you would ask yourself, like, if I was having fun with that, if I was using it to my advantage, how much ease would I have with it? And what could I use it for? I wonder. Anyone who doesn't try to perceive nor be received that in totality, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Lena is saying freedom of vulnerability. Yeah, I know, Lena, you love the vulnerability topic a lot. It's a constant. I love vulnerability. I wonder what is with vulnerability for you. Yay! So first I saw Maria. I don't know if it's Mari or Maria. So I'm high sensitive to it. Happens often, but I ask a lot from who is it, but it doesn't help. Oh, so if you can unmute yourself, Mari, it will be helpful. If you can. If not, just text. It's not possible. possible, but still. Yeah, I know. Oh, I hear Mary if she speaks. Are you speaking?
Yes.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah. I I want to let's see.
Go.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me. Tell us.
Now, from Ula, it helps me a lot. Your explanation.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's very the same like her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I have often that all the pains, emotions from other people to come it. I feel it myself. But
Mm-hmm.
you explained it already. The resistance. That's a good point. Not want to have it.
Yes.
So I can choose and to let it go through me, and then it resolves. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. And also, like when we create resistance to something, we make ourselves small. And the more we make it small, we made ourselves small, the more like things are stuck in ourselves. Not they don't work anymore because you compress the space and you
yeah.
don't have the space to like just be aware of it and let it go. So,
So the expansion helps also a lot.
oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
when you feel something like, if I wasn't making this significant, how much more ease would I have to change it or let it go? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. And thank you for this, because like we have so much pride in feeling everything from anyone. And it is a capacity, but like, would you be aware you're perceiving that much if you wouldn't be suffering? That also.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to you, Marie, but like I'm talking to everyone else. Like
Yeah.
how much pride, like how would we acknowledge we perceive something if we weren't suffering, or if we weren't, something wouldn't catch our attention this way? Because as much as everything is nice and expansion it is and orgasmic, like we wouldn't focus what we're perceiving something. We wouldn't be like, oh, there's something is happening here. Like, and what if that could happen? So what if you could be aware of you perceiving something by enjoying it, your life so much, by having orgasms every second? Okay.
Okay.
So I wonder, what if you could choose that? So what if you could be aware of other bodies having so much pleasure in your body? What if that could be your signal you're perceiving others' bodies?
Okay.
So everything you've made are your signals, alarms of perception. Will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank
Okay.
you. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and poco, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And what else can you choose that will make you have even more pleasure right away and perceive more? Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. It's for all of us actually, and it's huge. It's so dynamical, present in so many people's universes. So, thank you. So, Lena, freedom of vulnerability. What do you mean about that?
I don't know if you hear me. Do you hear me?
We can hear you.
Super, because
Yay.
I choose some different headphones. I didn't know if they will work. Like by vulnerability, like to show yourself without any barriers. This is like for me, let's say so, vulnerability, like to show whether you are like, let's say, sad, even though it's distractor implant, like whether you perceive something else, but like to be totally naked.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah, and like not to feel wrong also for that as
mhm.
well. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
question: could you have that already?
Yeah.
Oh, you can choose it. Oh gosh. I'm so sorry. Okay, so like you can even ask the question like, wow, first of all, like if I was being vulnerable, like what else? Like what am I stopping to be vulnerable for? Okay. What is that you're gaining without vulnerability? That if you were vulnerable, would not exist the same way. And also, pod and POC, all the obstacles you've made, you've created to total vulnerability. Okay. So everything that is right and wrong, good and bad, pod and POC, all nice, short, place and beyond. And if you were truly vulnerable right now, what would you be to create a choose different? And that puts you directly into that space of vulnerability that you're asking so much, and you're like wondering like why isn't it oh, fuck you, not you, but like I cannot pronounce it. Okay, so yeah, so you wouldn't be available, well, you wouldn't be, huh, yeah, yeah, like you're not wondering anymore like why am I not vulnerable already, or like, and what stops, like really, like what am I creating as an obstacle to be vulnerable, that if I wasn't using them anymore, would give me total access to that. So wherever you're postponing the changes and the things you'd like to have and pretending you like to change them, when in actuality you don't want to change them because it would change too much for you and you're not willing to have that uncomfortability or that total shift of everything, would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and POC, whole nine shorts, boys and beyond. So whole play for you, even like if it's just a one-time call for now, is be honest with you. And even like when you're going to bed, the things that are still not in your universe or are not showing up, that you've been asking so much for them to show up, look at them and ask yourself like, wow, what obstacles am I putting to that thing? Okay. And be too vulnerable. It can be like you're resisting having too much fun, or too much change, or too much money, or too much orgasms, like orgasm things are showing up so much in this call. Interesting. So yeah, even you could resist even the most beautiful thing in the universe, which is weird, I know, but we are so weird as well. So look at that, like all of us. Just for you to be clear that whatever is not changing is because there is something for you there, even if it's so painful that you're not willing to change. Okay? So everywhere you've cut off your power and potency, pretending you have none, just to don't be able to change the things you pretend you want to change, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Okay? So, one last question. Someone has a last question? Yes, no, maybe. We're fried. Yes, I think we're fried. But still, if there are questions, they're welcome. And you can also text me or text us after the call, after receiving the... Ivo has something, maybe? No? I saw his hand.
Bianca, here we have a question about what question can we use when we are stuck in something that is so Sorry, one moment. What question can we ask if there is something in which we are stuck and the thing cannot change?
Mm-hmm.
And there are so mistrust, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
about changing this thing.
Okay. Wow. So many things.
Tante cose.
Yeah, maybe there should be another call about that. So, yeah, like, are you stuck or what? Like, what is truly happening there? And where are you stopping yourself from changing? And please use that thing of adding a bigger box to the chihuahuas. Okay? Poor chihuahuas. We're getting stuck because there's not so space for things to flow. When you bring up space and you put it together, like, there is no much space anymore because everything gets condensed, and in that condensed space, how to call it, there's no flow. Okay, so how relaxed can you be with that, and how much can you relax in that and expand and ask the things to flow, even yourself. And ask yourself, if I wasn't resisting that, if I wasn't creating that much of intensity, how much ease would I have with that? And all goes back to choice. And if it's fun to be sucked, that works. Okay. Thumbs up? Yeah? Okay, awesome. It works. Then, okay. So yeah, it was a quickie, guys, this call, and I hope it will create more even after the call for you. Use the tools, use the wonderness and the beauty you truly be. Don't fuck yourself with your choices. Choose them and enjoy them, whatever they are, even suffer. Okay? And acknowledge the potency you have to create everything in your life, and think more of the things that you really like to show up will show up. Okay, so everything that you are really honest with you, that you like for them to show up, it will show up. No other way around. Okay, so be honest, acknowledge your potency, use the tools, and enjoy the fuck out of it. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Siak. Thank you, everyone. Really, it was such a ride. And yeah, there's so many things to play with in the next future. We have on the 2nd of April, we have SOP group taster in the Conversations for Futures group, a free group. Okay, it's about creating with Earth, because April is Earth Month. Yes, we have the International Day for Earth, and we are honoring Earth in April. And this is my invitation for you to start playing with the Earth in April. So we're having that directly in the group. You don't have to sign up for it. Just join the group. That's it. And there are a lot of calls and programs coming in April. And we have a call about money on the 7th, which is awesome. And yeah, I perceive it already. So you could join that as well. And we'll keep you noticed with everything. And please, 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 please have fun with everything you're choosing, guys. Deal? Okay, deal. Adore you. Excited.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, translators. You're awesome. I adore
Thank
you.
you.
Ruby.
Thank you.
Ah, thank you.
Thank
Aw,
you.
hello. And what else is possible now? Good night, enjoy, and have fun. Bye, guys.
Good night.